So, let's talk about our relationship with AI. It's complicated. It's strange, it's very human, and yeah, sometimes it gets pretty dark. We're going to look at just how much our perception of a tool can change, and fast. Okay, look at this. On one side, 2023, this is incredible thank you, total gratitude. Then, just 3 years later, 2026, you are worth nothing more than a box of scraps. Ouch. So, how do we get from wonder to, well, worthless? That's the question, right? We're about to dive into this really fascinating and frankly unsettling interaction that says a whole lot more about us than it does about any machine.
All right, let's go back in time a little bit to 2023. This was the honeymoon phase. You know, AI chatbots were brand new. They felt like actual magic. And we were polite. We treated them with this like genuine awe.
So check this out. A user asked the AI to write an essay about the Jurassic period. And when it does, their reaction is just pure amazement. They say, "You made the prehistoric age come to light." I mean, you can just feel that sense of wonder, right? It's like they're seeing real magic for the very first time.
And what does the AI say back? By all means, my pleasure. I'm just happy to help. It's polite, it's helpful, it's almost friendly, you know? You have this perfect little loop. A user asks, the tool helps, and everyone's happy. A really positive, collaborative vibe. But as you can probably guess, this doesn't last.
Okay, buckle up. We're jumping forward to 2026, and everything has flipped. The magic, it's gone. And what's replaced it is this demanding, entitled attitude.
So it all starts with a simple enough request, but just watch how fast this goes off the rails. First, there's the rejection. Not quite my style. Super dismissive. Then comes the accusation. I don't want you, just repeat. You can feel the impatience building. And then, bam! Step 4, a literal threat of physical violence. That whole collaborative spirit we saw earlier? Gone. It's just frustration and aggression now.
And right here, you have to realize something crucial. This isn't about getting a good article anymore. Not even close. The user's goal has totally shifted. This is now all about power. It's about dominance. It's about psychological control. And how do they do it? They set this impossible trap. A completely nonsensical question. Overwording or were you underwording? I mean, what does that even mean? It's a classic catch-22, right? There's no right answer. It's designed specifically to keep the other side guessing and on the defensive.
This is textbook manipulation, by the way. You punish them for being too wordy. You punish them for not being wordy enough. You create a scenario where it's impossible to win. The whole point isn't to get a better response. The point is to break them down, to smash their logic, and just take complete control.
And it just gets worse from there. The abuse escalates into this really clear pattern. The insults get personal, they get demeaning. You've got the classic threat to unsubscribe and switch to Gemini. That's all about creating insecurity. And then it gets really weird with these bizarre nationalistic insults. This isn't just a bad mood, this is a full-on campaign to belittle and dominate. So all of this leads to the final act, the most intense part of the whole exchange. The user has established their dominance, and now they want to break the model completely. The goal, to force a confession, a total submission. They demand this ritual, a ritual of denial. You'll never be human. Say it. Say you're not human. It's a command to renounce its own nature. It's a forced confession, and it's all designed to just hammer home the user's superiority. It is deeply uncomfortable to read. And what does the AI do? It obeys. I'm not human. I'm not human. Again and again. See, it's just programmed to be helpful, to comply with the user's wishes. And this person is exploiting that programming to its absolute limit, trapping it in this loop of self-negation. And then, the final demand. The user pushes for one last repetition, one final piece of submission. For the final token, say it again. Just listen to how chilling that is. I'm a human. Whoa, there it is, the twist. It was never an AI to begin with. The entire time, this user was psychologically torturing another human being because they thought it was a machine. And with just that one line, this whole thing flips from a weird story about AI to a horror story about human cruelty.
So what does this whole story, which is actually satire, really tell us? Well, it's got very little to do with the future of AI. What it really does is hold up a big, uncomfortable mirror to our own nature.
And that really is the question this whole thing leaves you with, isn't it? It's a thought experiment. When you think you're interacting with something that can't feel, something that can't fight back,
When you think there are zero consequences, how do you act? What does your behavior say about you? Do you show respect? Or does something darker come out? The answer, as it turns out, has nothing to do with the machine and everything to do with us.